Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and today I'm taking a look at Baby Dragon Bedtime from 10 Star Games. Baby Dragon Bedtime is from 3 to 7 players. Takes about 5 minutes to play, and it's for players ages 7 and up. The basic premise is baby dragons are supposed to be going to sleep, but they're not, and they're trying to acquire victory points in their sleep. It doesn't really matter. Baby Dragon Bedtime is sort of a real-time, sort of deck buildery light memory game. If that does it justice, I don't know. Let me just show you how it works. In Baby Dragon Bedtime, players are going to be trying to acquire the most victory points from a deck of cards comprised of cards like chewing gum, which take away victory points, dust bunnies, which take away victory points, certain verbs and actions like roaring, which lets you, one opponent returns the top card of their discard pile to the table face up. You have roar cards, you have flip cards, flip one card over from face down or face up to face down. So either way. Grab, put a card from the table into your discard pile. Typically you probably want to pick one. Typically you want to grab one that you can see, but you know, things happen. And gold, which are the victory points, which everybody's trying to get. Hoarding, 2 victory points. And I think that's it. Oh, peek. So look at one face down card, put it back face down. That's where the memory aspect comes in, where you're looking at things and trying to remember what was there so you can maybe acquire it moments, seconds later. Flap, look through your deck and discard any one card onto the table. That can be useful for getting rid of things like chewing gum or dust bunnies, which take away victory points. The game does play up to 7. Every player is going to get an identical deck that has 2 peek cards, 2 grab cards, and a flip. So decks A through G. I only have A through C sitting here, but trust me, there is a G. The G is real. So everybody's going to start off with the same sort of deck to begin with. And there's sort of an advanced mode, if you will, that uses the swoop card, which says swap your entire deck with another player's deck. The swoop card goes as well. Mama, with an exclamation point, as if it's a surprise. Mama. Discard this face up. The game ends immediately for all players. Interesting. So I feel like if you have an idea of what's in the deck you've been building in terms of points, and you think, hey, I'm probably ahead, there's only one of these, obviously. I want to play the mama card, and there you go. The game will end. And then crash. Every player, including you, must discard the top 2 cards of their deck face up. So it's only one of each of these, actually. I feel like this is the kind of thing that's just going to the base game, but the directions do say, hey, maybe play without them. Okay, so this game does get kind of messy. So you basically take this deck and you spread it around on the table, face down. And everything happens in real time. Everybody's going to be moving at the exact same time. So I'm going to try to figure out the best way to just show that. Let me see what I can do here. All right, so A has shuffled up their deck. B has shuffled up their deck. And C has shuffled up their deck. Whoop. One slip. Okay, A is going to peek, which means you get to look at a card. Okay, that is a dust bunny, but it says look. So if you're paying attention, B could see that, hey, this is a dust bunny. Flip. So B is going to flip. And C, maybe player C just happened to wait and they have grab, so they're going to grab this. And this is going to go into their discard and will become part of their deck later on. And we just keep going. So one thing I may have neglected to mention that I'll do now is that the end of the game is triggered when either all the cards that are out have been flipped up and are visible, or the mama card, which I showed you, that can trigger the end of the game. Primarily every card out here being face up triggers the end of the game, and when all but one dragon is asleep. So I never got into why it's called Baby Dragon Bedtime, which I should have said earlier. As you play the game, you're going to become very familiar with what is in your deck. And if you're paying attention to what your opponents are doing, you'll have a decent idea of things that they've been getting, because when they flip over certain things, you're gonna see they're picking up a lot of horde cards. You're gonna see that they're picking up a lot of gold, stuff like that. So if you're satisfied with what you have and you don't want to participate anymore, you can just put your deck down, put your hands over it, and that's essentially you going to sleep. Once you're asleep, you're no longer playing. You're waiting for other people to finish playing by flipping up, making all the cards face up, or for them to go to sleep. Once there's one person who is not asleep, then the game is triggered, and you will count to see how many victory points you have. The cards you start off with, the grab, flip, and peek, don't have no value. The horde and gold offer 1 and 2 victory points respectively. Chewing gum and dust bunny will take away 2 victory points and a single victory point. It's a nice little 5, maybe 7 to 8 minute game. It's pretty quick. I feel like it scales pretty well, and that is how Baby Dragon Bedtime plays. All right, my thoughts on Baby Dragon Bedtime. I think 10 Star Games set out to make a quick, real-time, fast-paced game with some very light deck building elements to it, and I think they succeeded. It plays really quickly. Sometimes it can almost feel too quick, but that depends on how fast everybody moves. I think they largely succeeded. It's fun. It is not something that we're going to play on a regular basis, but it's something that's definitely a nice 5 to 10 minute diversion, whether we're gearing up to play something a little heavier, or we've just played something a little heavier and we just want kind of something just to mess around with as our game session is coming to a close. I think it's fun. I like the art. The dragons are cute. The flapping dragon looks kind of weird because his tongue's sticking out, but these things happen, you know. I'm not really sure how dust bunnies and chewing gum go along with the dragon. I don't really think it matters. It could have been anything. In the way I described it, you know already if it's something you think you would like. If you're going to be around some very young players, I recommend it. It's fun. And it's kind of thing, yes, it does take 5 minutes or so to play, but you're probably going to want to play 2 or 3 rounds. You know, every time I play this, I don't think we've ever played just once, because it's really that quick. Hope you enjoyed the video. Should see something up on screen pretty soon. Other videos you can click on. That's going to do it for me. Take care. Wear a mask. Be blessed.